Hello everyone, and welcome to part 4 of rubrics. We are now logged in as Racer H, and Racer H will use the collaboration tab to use a rubric made by Archang. This is our collaboration tab. We go to the search content and we type in share_Archang. And there it is. If you recall, Archang placed his shareable rubrics in there. So Racer H goes in and looks for the rubric. Rubrics are zipped files, and the best way to identify them is by the date and time. So I'm looking around and I've chosen the October 28th. Once that's done, click copy. Note the rubric file being brought over. Now we choose our destination, and recall we want to put this in my content. So this is now Racer H's content. We check, make sure the check mark turns green, and then we click submit. Now we know we're putting the shared rubric into Racer H's my content file. Now we submit. So we've successfully brought over, or Racer H has successfully brought over zipped rubric files to his content. So now we go back to his class. Okay. We're going to come down and class tools, rubrics. We are importing. He's made no rubrics, he's just going to share them. So we browse Racer H's content, and again, remember, browse my content. And we have a bunch of files here, but again, we pay attention to the date and time. So that's the rubric export file brought over at that time, 10:32:47 a.m. Okay, so we select it and submit. We verify and submit. And you see again the detailed log of events. Okay, we have brought that handful of rubrics over, and we can now begin using those rubrics. So I'll go in, create content. I guess I'll use the FDSFDSA file. Okay, so here's an assignment, and it was a pre-made assignment. All I'm doing is adding a rubric. So select, and voila, the rubrics that were brought over. So choose the one that suits your needs, click submit, and again it reminds you, hey, do you want to use the rubrics points as maximum possible? Okay, that way you don't have to enter it manually. Make sure your students can see it, and check the other items as needed and click submit. We, just for the kick of it, go back in the assignment, and we'll scroll down a bit. Oops, there we go. No, there. That's the link to take us in. And you see the rubric box, and students can view it. And when you're done, you can exit out. So in the 4 separate videos we went over today, we learned how to create a rubric, how to set up a rubric for sharing. Once that was done, in part 3, we went in and reused our own rubric, and then we logged out completely, or I logged out completely, and then I re-entered as Racer H and used the collaboration tab and searched for share_Archang, and within there located the rubric file and then brought those over so that I could use the rubrics that Archang made. Even though I didn't create one, I can still use them as long as they're properly set up for sharing. I hope this video was helpful, and as always, email me if you have questions, and or come see me in room 304. Thanks.